allocating a little bit of your time, and it's Christmas Eve. Woohoo! Or I don't know, is it Christmas Eve? Maybe not, I don't know. I could be wrong. I just know that I'm off tomorrow, which is today's, you know, Wednesday. So tomorrow is Thursday. I'm off. And Friday, I'm, I'm back to work. So guys, look, I'm gonna make it really simple, and I'm gonna try to explain as easy as possible. So we no longer just work with individuals. We only work with cohorts. That's our core focal area. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't talk to individuals. We do, we do, but we don't entertain the individual's needs. What we do, we entertain the cohort needs. This is a very powerful pivot we made, and we started getting very good results. The reason why is because it's extremely difficult to satisfy the needs of an individual. Why do I say that? The reason is simple. We live in there's exponential number of high cardinality heterogeneous complexities that exist in the modern day person. So we realize that. We just realize it's impossible to appease the needs and wants of individual. Now, that doesn't mean, as I mentioned, that doesn't mean that we don't market to individuals. We still do, but the way our business operates is we do a lot of filtering of tire kickers and dealing with cohorts. So in simple words, it's gazillion times easier and less resource intensive for us to define our own rules. For example, we are building interactive games, and inside of those interactive social games, we have rules that you gotta follow. And those rules are tied to automations, and those automations tied to data. And we found that this is a lot easier, gazillion times easier to do, simply because we no longer have to entertain individuals' needs and wants, because obviously there's exponential in the world of AI that we live in, guys. Like, have you ever asked yourself, how many thoughts do you have on daily basis? Like just you on a daily basis, how many thoughts? Have you ever asked that question? Have you looked it up? Well, guys, look, in the world of AI, we realize it's just impossible to satisfy the individual's needs from the business perspective or any other perspective. It just becomes impossible. So what we did something very clever, guys, and something that many of you guys could do the same if you wanted to follow our model, but it works like a clock. And what we did, we focused, instead of individuals, we focused on cohorts, meaning combination of people who are tied to a mission, who actually want to spawn money together, who already recognize and realize that it's impossible to make money on your own. And those are the types of cohorts that we deal with. Now, keep something in mind, like, why am I saying this? Like, why don't you just go out and like make money on your own? You can, but there's a high probability, like 99% probability, that you will fail. Just, or get overwhelmed so quickly, running into AI psychosis or social media addiction. It's just a fact. Just a fact. So what we did, guys, we did something special. We found those cohorts of people who are tied to a mission, who are interested in making money together, but not like in a freelancer mentality type of way where you get paid on an hourly basis or anything like this. No. Instead, we squabble up together based on a mission, And of course, we have each cohort have their own mission tied to the feudal lord, the brand who is burning money, spending money like crazy, and we're serving that feudal lord. And there's overarching mission from our talent agency that just hovers on top of, of it all, just to make sure that you guys don't run into AI psychosis or social media addiction. But check this out. This is the fundamental difference between dealing with the individual and the cohort of people. And why is this such a success factor for us as a talent agency? And if it is a success factor for us, trust me, guys, if you're trying to build something, it's going to be a success factor for you as well. Here's the reason why. In the world of AI, there's so many different thoughts and so many different variations that keeping track of individual life cycles as people trying to make money is no longer an option. Like literally, simply because there's just way too many options for individual person. One day that person could be doing one thing, the next day another thing, the next day, like throughout a day, each person can change their mentality like thousands of times, guys. So that's just the reality. That's just the reality. So how did we combat that? How did we change that around? What we started doing, we started not hyper focusing on individuals, but rather combining individuals into sets and finding those common grounds, common mission between people who are collectively already bonded to some feudal goat in one of those school communities, who already have established offers that they offer. And we don't have to be like, oh, why don't we work together and figure something out? we don't have to do that because they already have their offers lined up. So it's not like we have to work with the individual person and be like, oh, let me help you, and just waste all the time. Instead, what we do, guys, we funnel individuals through the tire kicker funnel. where we literally filtered the hell out of them, guys. That's what we do. We have three categories: the just browsing category, the feudal lord, and freedom founder. And here's where it gets tricky, guys. Here's where dealing with individuals versus cohorts becomes like no-brainer. First of all, when it comes to cohorts, they already, as I mentioned, they already have their offers. They already know what they're doing. So we don't have to guess. Second of all, when dealing with cohorts, we define our own rules. Meaning, when we want to promote a feudal lord, we build a game. And that game is interactive across socials, and it has its own rules. And when we build that game, it has automations that are bonded to that feudal lord, whatever the products, programs, and services, marketing angles that the feudal lord has. So we don't really have to guess what the individual needs to do, because we are not telling the individual what to do. The individual just does it by executing a button on their phone. And automation is just guiding them with AI avatar and an option to have an actual person to guide them. And of course, also participating in those cohorts that are organized like a cartel in a way that produces results for the feudal lords. Because feudal lords, they don't want their business reputation to be on the line just because some individual changed their mind gazillion times throughout the process. So I hope it makes sense, guys. I hope it makes sense. Now, guys, check this out. Why is this so fundamentally different? The reason why is because it reduces the overall cardinality of your thoughts, exponential thoughts, and packages them into predefined rules, guardrailed into those automations. So how does it work? In simple words, guys, you join one of our gamified cohorts. You join one of the games, and those games like Predskidball or Threads Run Man or any other social games that we introduce, you join them, but when you join those games, you play by the rules of the game. You're given specific automations For example, threads responder or cookies or YouTube viral clipper or some TikTok stirring up the pot automation. You provided the rules, you provided the automations, and you run with them and you report back with those automations, or should I say they report back for you when you run them into a centralized platform called Hypism, where we see your results. Feudal Lords see your results, and our talent agency Freedom Fusion System orchestrates your participation, distributes all sorts of threads and collaboration handbooks and filters and meta tags everything to see who's who, and removes all the tire kickers out of the way, sends them out to YouTube channel until they get cooked a little bit more. So this is a powerful system. How do we do that, guys? Look, this is very easy. What we do, we have multiple socials, like obviously TikTok, Insta, and whatever you guys see in my bio link. And of course, we also have email. One of our most powerful ways of getting rid of the tire kickers quickly is to literally tell people we got a $20 fee, and that's a verification fee. And if you don't like it, goodbye. And you know what? That was the best decision for our talent agency. The best, hands down, the best decision. It reduces the stress levels. It includes only the members who are verified, keeping our community more safe. It makes it easier for us not to get overwhelmed from so many different tire kickers and so many different emails coming in from many people who have all sorts of thoughts and running ideas, where we don't really want to be in a position of entertaining anybody's ideas. What we want to be in a situation of is promoting the feudal lords, helping them make more money. In the process, all of us make some money as well. We already got the ideas operationalized. We don't need any more ideas. But we do have other community members and different types of cohorts who do specialize in listening to people's ideas, and that's their whole model. And of course, we funnel you to those people and make money in the process. Now, guys, look, at the end of the day, if you wanted to spawn money, you need to forget about individual need, individual need or want. You need to forget it. I mean, like when I say forget it, I mean, don't, like from AI bot perspective, don't forget it. Still obviously have the bots collecting everything on individual level, because you need the micro level analysis still. So you can't just say, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna not care about individuals and and only on cohorts. No, cohorts do consist of individuals, but instead of pre-cooking anything towards the individual person, what you're pre-cooking is towards the actual cohort. So let's say, I'll give you an example. So we have in this community who are spawning insane amount, like amazing automations. They have so many automations. They have N8N, they have vibe coding automations, they have so many different automations. But they have a strong offer. And that offer is like, look, if you sign up for my school community, you're gonna pay this much per month, and you're gonna learn how to do XYZ. So that is an example of an offer. And then everybody jumps in and be like, yeah, I want to be part of it. I'm like, I bet. But for me and for my talent agency and for my partners, obviously, you know, we don't really want to be in the business of coaching per se. But what we do is facilitate coaches who want to be coaches, who want to be making money, while placing ourselves in between. And of course, guys, this is a T model, this is talent agency model. If you want to learn how to pull this off, we do offer feudal incubators for that, where we explain how to pull this off. So this way you make money from other people without you necessarily, you know, doing anything difficult other than orchestrating people and connecting them with one another until you strike the deal with feudal lords. Now, the feudal lords are, guys, they have their own feudal needs and wants. And of course, guys, some of those feudal lords there, when I talk about individual basis, guys, I don't mean feudal lords. I'm talking about freedom founders. Mostly when we deal with freedom founder cohorts, that's what I'm talking about. But feudal lord, if you're dealing with feudal lord, you got to deal with their individual need, because feudal lord represents a cohort. Feudal lord represents like a business, guys, the feudal kingdom. And to serve the feudal lord, you need to understand the mechanics, so many different mechanics. And of course, when people reach out to you, do we have, do we have gate? Are we gatekeeping the feudal lords as well? Yes, we're still gatekeeping the feudal lords as well, but we have greater like more solidified systems for the feudal lords to make sure that we don't sleep on them for sure. Like freedom founders, okay for us to sleep once in a while, but because there's tons of them. Feudal lords, they're, those are the people who can pay on a retainer basis, commission basis. Some feudal lords who are cheap, they would only pay on like commission basis, but we don't exclude them, we also include them. Why? Because we got the community of folks and freedom founders who can handle those feudal lords on a commission basis, because they already know if the fire is good, if the product is good, they're going to be able to sell whatever hell is in front of them, especially once they join those cohorts, especially in combination with our talent agency. So guys, look, at the end of the day, many of you probably wondering, like, how do I become a feudal lord? How do I become a freedom founder? How do I become, I don't know, a tire kicker? Maybe. If you're a tire kicker, guys, just enjoy my channel. This is what you get. If you're a tire kicker, guys, the best thing I can do for you is just read thousands of my poems, threads, and YouTube videos. And when you're ready, pay 20 bucks. Another alternative is you could buy us coffee. We also take coffee as payment, guys. So, but in all seriousness, guys, if you're struggling to like make a deal and really like don't want to pay any money, well, guys, then just all you gotta do is watch all of my YouTube videos for free. Watch them until you're ready. But one of the reasons why we don't deal with individual guys is because individuals, as I mentioned to you, they are very tricky, guys, very tricky to deal with. So the way we deal with them is we deal with cohorts, as I mentioned, cohorts. So guys, rewatch this workshop, get ahead of the game, start. I'm just seeing some fireworks, yay. So guys, look, you could do it, and DM the word path on my Insta, or go to send an email to info@hypeism.com. I know you guys can do it, I know you can crush it, but we're no longer dealing with just individuals, we're dealing with cohorts. So one of the ways to join the cohort is join Hypeism. It's 20 bucks membership. It will not be the registration fee, but the verification fee to verify if you're a business or if you have some skills. So it's going to be 20 bucks solid, guys. Once you register, go ahead and read the handbook for how to collab with other people and basically promote the feudal lords brands. We do have a bunch of brands literally reaching out to us from different industries who want to be promoted. So if you guys want to support those brands, those feudal lords, and promote them, what you need to do is jump into Hypeism. Then that will also give you access to ThreadStack Digital Power Bundle. With ThreadStack Digital Power Bundle, you can go through it, get certified, get the T, and feudal lords are going to respect you more. They're going to see that you're more qualified versus the person who's not trained. We do have coaches that are reaching out to us as well, who specifically look for trained freedom founders, and yeah, and they don't want any one-trick ponies type of folks, one-trick skill pony type of folks. What they want is freedom founders who have the skills, the hybrid skills that are not taught in college, and ThreadStack gives them those skills, and they look for that certificate. They look for folks who took ThreadStack, got certified, and have this emblem, have that little certificate that shows they know how to ThreadStack, they know how to participate in cohorts, they know how to grow brands, and they know how to do that across Threads and also other platforms. ThreadStack covers different types of platforms, and the more that they learn across different platforms, the more they level up, the more emblems, the more certificates they have, the higher their score is, and people see that and they hire those types of people. And of course they also see actual statistics of sales and leads as the freedom founders promote different types of feudal lords and what kind of brands they promoted. They see all that statistics and then decide whether or not they want to participate, and whether or not they want that particular person. And of course, because they deal with cohorts, they look at the overall cohort score, but there's also individual score, and other cohorts are not so likely to pick somebody with a very low score if you're not trained, if you don't have the right mentality. And of course, guys, it becomes really difficult to break through if you are not learning this. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get going, and I'll see you next time. Take care.